Hey, Mike Callahan here. Wanted to make a second weekend workflow submission video around utilizing the power of Copilot and building route density. Now that we've built our right matrices that can be automatically delegated to our team members, time is to go out and to dominate the markets we're already in. So what we're going to do is look at an integration with Copilot and Zapier to a product called SendJim. We're going to be doing something called a 9 around, or I prefer to actually make it a 12 around. But what it does is drops a pin on the existing home, and through the possibility of using SendJim, we can go out and send mailers to all the neighbors around that new client on that existing street. I'm going to suggest we do that for about 3 rounds for each home, 3 to 5 actually, and then we're going to be able to set SendJim up to go up and grab the 9 or 12 homes on the street closest to that. So what I'm going to do is hop on a Copilot here and tap into Zapier. What we're going to do is go in and create our connection between our Copilot CRM when a new client here on the left is created. We're going to connect our SendJim account, and with that SendJim account, our action is to create a new user. And we're going to connect our SendJim account to our Copilot instance. Once that's set up, first step inside SendJim is to go in and create something we call a quick send. This is a quick send that we built for one of our clients who's allowing us to do this. Tyler does asphalt paving and sealing. This works for lawn care and plowing as well. But the idea here is that Tyler is sending this to the neighbors when they sign up, and there's a QR code that drives to Simple Estimate, or you can just have a plain postcard that goes in there. The idea is we need to build our quick sends. Once we do that, every time we get a new client going into SendJim, we can take a look at how to build a neighbor mailing. There's a great how-to video. It's about 2 minutes long. But basically, once we're in there, we would go in under My Addresses. First, you'd want to load in your whole company's database when you start this, so we don't send it to our existing clients, because it's going to eliminate the existing clients in your database. But once we have this in here, we'd go in once a week or every day, depending how you want to do it, be able to filter down and literally be able to select the homes that we want to do our quick send to. Or we can actually go in and geographically go in, hit shift, and select an area that we want to actually send to. Once we've done that, we can go in here, and I'm going to pull up. You can filter down, obviously, a whole bunch of different ways here. I've got a bunch of fake clients in here doing this, but I'm going to go in and grab the real addresses here, and we would go in and select all of our addresses. Once we have that, we would hit send. We would do a neighbor mailing. So that is going in and grabbing the neighbors around there. And this is going to go in and grab the X amount of closest neighbors here. So this would be considered a 9 around, or I like to call it a 12 around. We'd set the quick send. We would go in and then set the actual flyer. So in this instance, we would grab Tyler's card here, hit return, and it would give us the credits and cost, and it would send out immediately. So we would do this for 3 to 5 rounds on each one. Once they click that little QR code on Tyler's thing here, we've converted Tyler's into Simple Estimate. So it would actually drop you right in here, and your client could type in their address, or future client. Once they do that, they'd click on this, they'd add their name, phone number, and email, hit continue. I'm going to give you some of the stats on here, but basically it's going to show you what to do for the driveway plowing or driveway sealing. This also can be done for the lawn. But basically, once you hit close now, the client can go in and literally color in their driveway here. And as they color that in, depending on the service, we can make this coloring area a little bit wider or skinnier, depending on what you want to do. But this gives the ability for the consumer to have an emotional connection of color in the exact service area. And you can see up top here, it's a 1,500 square foot driveway. That hit save and see estimate, and it's going to give live exact property connections in here. So what we've done is connected Copilot CRM to Zapier to SendJim to send a property direct mailing, and then tied that mailing in through a QR code into Simple Estimate, and then the client can go in, add subscription, and sign up. So that is a full workflow of building route density with automated pricing in there. Tyler's setup here, we did 3 exact mailings to a neighborhood. He had, it was an 8% response on a cold list that he had never interacted to. Of the 8% that interacted with the estimating tool once it was sent through the SendJim automated tool, we had a 57% closing ratio on the sales and a client acquisition cost of $30. He added over $10,000 of driveway sealing through this process in a little under 2 months. So comments, questions, drop below. Workflow weekend submission number 2, how to connect Zapier to Copilot to SendJim and utilize Simple Estimate for automated on-demand estimating.